In this video, I'm going to show you how to use an open interest indicator in TradingView. As you should already know, open interest is a derivative indicator that indicates the number of outstanding positions that are open in a given market, in a given asset. And usually this derivatives data, you cannot see it in TradingView. But with this indicator that is called Open Interest Suite, this one here, that is created by Leviathan Capital. Shout out to Leviathan from here. With this indicator, you can see open interest within TradingView without going to CoinAlyze or CoinGlass or other derivatives websites or softwares to gather this data. So for example, here we have the indicator loaded. Now I'm using the RSI, but I'm going to show you the settings that I use for this indicator. Basically, the settings that I use is I uncheck all these boxes and I leave only the Binance USDT perp open interest as the source of the data. You can use the others, but I prefer to use just Binance because it's the most, let's say, the exchange with the most volume. And here, the very good feature that has this indicator is that you have here the open interest, the normal open interest, okay? And as you can see here, if I change this option to normal open interest, you can see the actual open interest, okay? So for example, here, when the price dumped, you can see a flash in the open interest. A lot of long positions will be forced to close with this candle down of the price, so the open interest flash down. Also, for example, here, you see this pump, when the price pumped right here, a lot of short positions were closed here because of the flash in the open interest. So basically the open interest is giving you, let's say, an insight of what is happening in the market, what kind of positions are being liquidated, or what kind of positions are being closed or being forced to close their positions in the market. Also, there is another feature of this indicator that I use the most, is the open interest RSI that you can change here, okay? You have also the open interest delta, but I don't use it the most, okay? The open interest delta, you can see the candles, there are column candles that signals maybe points of reversal, okay? When a big candle is printed, but I don't use it, to be honest with you, because I use mostly volume, and you can, you know, anticipate these moves if you look at the price action and also the volume. So basically, if you switch on the volume, you can see that when it's a large spike in the volume, that is this indicator here, the red candle, it coincides with a large print in the open interest delta. So basically, I prefer to watch at volume rather than open interest delta. So let me uncheck this. No, sorry. Let me uncheck this. Okay, so this is the open interest delta, and then you also have the option to use the open interest per relative volume, multiplied by relative volume. That this is also the same as the one before, but I don't use it so much. So maybe you want to check it out, but it's not my preference to use this indicator. And the one that I encourage you to use is the open interest RSI. So basically, the open interest RSI, what is telling you is an oscillator that is telling you where the price is, let's say, where a lot of positions are being opened or closed, and where a lot of traders are jumping into the positions or being forced to close the position. So for example, here, my advice is to buy when the open interest RSI is below 50, below the middle line, okay? And to sell when the open interest RSI is above the 50 line, okay? So for example, here we see that the price pumped and the open interest was at the 50 line or a little bit below the 50 line. Then the price pumped aggressively, you see a drop in the open interest RSI. This means that it was a reset in the open interest in the market because a lot of shorts were liquidated done in this pump, so the open interest RSI decreased. And then the price, as I already told you, if the price is below 50, this means trend continuation, or that you can still buy in the uptrend. So here is a good buying point. Indeed, the price keeps rising. Here you can see that it rises a lot with the open interest RSI, and then a flash happened again. So we found again the open interest RSI below 50, so you can buy again. Okay, so basically this is telling you how aggressive or how much positions are being opened in the market, and you can see if not overbought or oversold. Okay, but maybe you can see if we are reaching a bottom or we are reaching a top, and you usually want to enter the position while you are below 50. Okay, you want to buy below 50 and you want to sell above 50 in the RSI. Okay, as you can see here, for example, again below 50, here you see the RSI is below 50, the price is a support, then pumped. Okay, so for me it's very useful, the open interest RSI. As I told you before, you can use with this open interest suite indicator another types of open interest data, but for me the most helpful is open interest RSI and the actual open interest. But the actual open interest I usually see it on CoinAlyze. So I prefer to use the RSI because it gives me an insight of what's happening in the market. For example, right now the open interest is above 50, so maybe we are approaching a top in the market. Maybe here is a good time to sell or for upside trend continuation. Obviously the open interest, maybe it keeps rising to the upside, so maybe here we can search for selling points. Okay, when the open interest is below 50, we can search for buying points. As I always said, you need to combine this indicator with other indicators such as price action, supply and demand, support and resistance, also volumes. Okay, but this indicator, the open interest RSI, for me is the best, along with the normal open interest. If you know how to read open interest, or you don't know how to read open interest, I did another video in the past, and also in my website you can find a guide of this video explaining how to read open interest. Okay, and how to understand open interest, what is open interest. Okay, I explain everything about open interest. I will leave the video in the right corner, in the tag in the right corner, so you can click it. Also in the description, or you can find it in my channel searching for open interest or visiting my website. So as always, I encourage you to follow me on my websites, on Twitter, on Rumble, on YouTube, and on Instagram, and also visit my website if you want to see free tutorials of trading systems or trading strategies or reviewing indicators like this one. So thank you for your time, and we'll see you in the next video.